remember this. You have to be patient in owning your own business. There are so many obstacles that come in our way. But if you are patient and if you are resilient and you take these things that we've talked about today, you will have success at some point. So today we're talking about business and the fact of being patient. So here in the last, I don't know, however many years, probably 8 to 10 years, it's been really, really cool to be a business owner. But it's really, really hard being a business owner. So when I got out of college coaching, I really had no idea what I was going to do, and never in a million years because I'd ever imagined myself owning my own business. But what owning my own business has made me realize is that it is a long game. You have to be patient with what you're doing, and you have to take action. So when I was coaching for college football, we met all the time, and we would meet about the meeting, which I despise, but we would do that all the time. And so our whole life was revolved around meeting about something that was going to happen in the future. And so we didn't have a lot of chance to take much action. And so in business, in owning your own business, you have to take action in the things that you're doing. What does that mean? It means putting the post out there or making something happen. We did something this past week that we had talked about for a couple hours and had an idea. We put it out there. It wasn't really good, and then it didn't work. So you know what? We stopped doing it, but we took action. We tried something. It may not have worked, but we did take the action to see how did this work. And if it didn't, that's fine. Go to the next thing. Understand that it's a long, slow process. It's going to take time, and that the 120 or 500% growth, that's not realistic in all cases. Yes, you will see people that are overnight successes, but what happens when you see an overnight success? They've probably been in the shadows for so many years. I'll give you a great example. Rachel Hollis, the girl that wrote Girl Wash Your Face, she did what she's doing now, she did that for almost 15 years. What happened? She wrote a great book, and she had a best-selling book, and it put her all over the map. Was she an overnight success? Absolutely not. She was a success after 10 to 15 years of working her butt off and doing the right thing and continuing to build her brand. So in turn, she sold that book, she was ready to take on the success and build on that. Social media, it's great and it's terrible. It's great because it gives us a huge mouthpiece to talk about what we do, talk to people that we would normally not be able to have contact with. But it's also bad in the fact that it gives us a false sense of what reality really is, because people post things on there that they're just not true, or they're posting about how they made this much money in this amount of time, and sometimes it's just a lie, and it's so hard to say, it's so sad to say, but it's true. So there's goods and there's bad to social media. What I wanted you to make sure is that you're being consistent with what you're doing on social media. That's one of the things our creative director at Table and Time does. She does an amazing job at keeping us on brand, making sure we're consistent, and not wanting to worry about the big gains all of a sudden. It's a slow, consistent build of our brand and our business. Systems. Make sure that you have a system of everything that you're doing. The mistake that I made in our business when we first started MealFit years ago was we didn't have a system. I was just winging it, trying to make money, trying to get the next sale, trying to do that. And so in turn, I didn't build good systems. Now that I'm at this point that I'm at now, I'm having to go back and build better systems and be methodical with what we're doing. And so my advice to you is to make sure from day one you are building a system so that you can make things replicatable. The best book out there for this is The E-Myth Revisited. It is a great book to talk about how every business out there needs to be created in a franchise model so that you can have the business run without you there. You can be the overseer, but have it to where you can have people in your business that can run the business and create income for you so that you can do other things but also still run the business at the same time. Methodical. You have to be methodical. There are so many times with owning your own business that it's boring. The exciting times are there, but they are few and far between. You have to be methodical. You have to be consistent and do the same things over and over and over again. Because what that's going to do, that's going to build habits, and it's going to make us great at the things that we're good at. You have to be okay with mundanity. What is mundanity? It's just like the point we talked about before. It is doing the same things over and over again that aren't glamorous, that aren't exciting, that aren't on camera. You're going to have to answer the emails. You're going to have to be nice in emails. You're going to have to call people back. You're going to have to answer DMs. You're going to have to come. You're going to have to do all those things that are not fun all the time. They're going to be really, really fun when you first start. But what's going to happen is as you get into your business, they're not going to be fun because they can get overwhelming. That's where you have to go back and you have to have those systems. But then when you have those systems, you have to tweak those systems. And so all this being said is, it is an exciting time to be a business owner But understand, if you want to be a business owner, you have to be consistent and you have to play the long game in what you're doing, because there are no overnight successes. But it's an amazing thing to own your own business, because you can A, be your own boss, and B, create what you want to create. So as we wrap up, let's talk about a few things that you can do today. Be a doer more than you are a planner. Number one. Number two, create a system. Create a system for everything that you're doing, no matter if you're a baker or you're a financial planner or you're a videographer or you're a wedding planner, whatever your thing is. Create a system for how you deal with clients and all the different things that go along with your day-to-day. The last thing is, you've got to be methodical. Be methodical about your day. Be methodical about the things that you do on a daily basis. You have to say no. You have to not take telephone calls at certain times. You have to not answer emails at certain times. Remember this, you have to be patient in owning your own business. There are so many obstacles that come in our way. But if you are patient and if you are resilient and you take these things that we've talked about today, you will have success at some point.